Welcome back to Satisfactory, episode 2 on the alpha weekend, and I'm not sure whether we get to retain our maps into early access or not, but who knows. Well, let's give it a go anyway, and we'll see how far we get. So, as I said before, I've rebuilt, or as I said in the last episode, I've rebuilt the factory area on top of foundations. So, have a look around, see? All very nice. I moved the copper smelter over here because it's coming all the way up from the miner mark 1 I've just put up there, just like this. We did in the last episode. One quick thing of note, you can't just connect conveyor belts however you like. You'll see there is a pole there and one here and one on the hillside there. They basically act as nodes. So you can only connect conveyor belts between nodes, and if you put a conveyor belt down and then go and try and click somewhere else, it will try and place another node, so you can put one on wherever you like. However, once you start getting vertical, then you may need to create nodes yourself manually, which is why there is a conveyor pole to let you do things like that, okay? And you could obviously take them back down again, whatever you like. And then you could use those to just bring themselves down. I've not bothered thinking about how we're going to pave over that entire cliffside, but in the meantime, yeah, we've got a miner mark 1 up there. It's being extended from power poles, which are extraordinarily long in terms of how long you can actually connect them, the cable length, that is. A couple of things I noticed with power poles. Now, I did get some comments saying, yes, you can click and run with power poles. So if I click on, that's got 4 already. If I click on you, yeah. So I can run around with this thing. And remember when I was saying you couldn't align it to anything? Well, that's me holding control. I think that's a bug that needs to be fixed, because run as well as alignment would be really, really good. And if it's missing, then that's just sad. However, if you don't do that, you can switch to number 1 mode, which you may have seen. Now it snaps to particular areas, and it snaps to areas on the foundation, that is. Now, I'm not sure if it'll still snap to buildings, because that may again not be implemented yet. So if I press Control to snap to a guideline, no, it doesn't snap to a guideline. So either that your tooltip needs to be removed, and this is the intended behavior, or you want to implement that behavior. But either way, you can align to basically the foundation grids into a particular corner or something, and then use that for alignment purposes, as I have done over there. And yeah, so lots of different things. Now, as I said before, the power poles can have 4 connections. So if you've got power input and power output, you've got 2 devices per power pole. So that's fine for me at the moment. Just bear in mind if you are connecting multiple things up. Smelters and stuff can only connect 1, so it has to go to a power pole. And I think that's pretty much it from between the episodes. Let's get on to this episode. First of all, I then crafted a miner mark 1 here for our limestone. And I put in these storage containers. This acts as a buffer box because I'm not looking at ratios right now. So if I want to have a storage, this one's perfectly fine because the miner mark 1 is being balanced by this. So this takes 4 seconds and 4 megawatts to produce 1 concrete, or 15 per minute, it does say on that tooltip. You also say 30 limestone per minute, but is it 2 limestone? I assume it's 2 limestone, otherwise this would be building up. Is it? Oh, it's 3 limestone. Okay, so we actually need more miners if we want to even keep up with a single constructor for concrete. And then concrete just goes into this other box, which I can just walk by, pick up concrete, and then I can lay down more foundations. So this just makes it really easy to lay stuff out. And how much concrete do I have left? 86, that's fine. Let me just pave over a little bit more of this stuff, because hopefully I'm going to be moving the hub across here soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to need to re-upgrade it if I move it, though, and that's why I haven't moved it for now. You know, just in case. How much do we have? 50. Yeah, let's just fill this in. Just makes it so I don't have to run and jump over this thing. 26. I'll actually stop there because we're going to need 30 concrete to upgrade to the next tier. So let's see if there's 4 in here. There's 7. Let's grab that. And that should be enough for us to upgrade our hub again. Let's see what we get this time. So hopefully some of you have been playing this and enjoying it. Do let me know in the comments what you think so far. And where are we here? We can just put it straight in. Yeah, it's already made. So I made 500 wire manually and rod manually, but the plates came straight from our constructor. So that's straightforward. And then where's the concrete? There it is. Upgrade the hub. Hood upgrade 5. Well, looks like we've got a... Well, some sort of arms on the top. Almost like a dump area? Oh, wait. Oh, we're getting delivery. I think. I hope. What are we being delivered? Interesting. Converted to give access to milestones. Yes, yes, yes. Is that going to be... I wonder, is that going to be something that just fetches remote resources for us? It's nice to have a drone anyway. I'm not sure if we can do anything with it yet. Oh, there's an exclamation mark. Let's have a look inside. Ah, we got new stuff. Oh, someone did tell me to look at the orange screen. So there's the orange screen. A fatal exception, 51. The OS did the only reasonable thing and crashed spectacularly. All of your unsafe work has gone to far away land, never to be seen again. They probably also corrupted some of your system files on the way for good measure. Pressing the key to reboot the system and find out just how many hours you've lost on the crash. That almost seems like the pain of a developer. You know, somewhere a developer in Coffee Stain, probably Simon, has ruined things. Yeah. Anyway, what have we got to do with here? Press E to configure MAM or MAM. Okay. All right. Molecular analysis machine. So it can now analyze the stuff that we've created. Sorry, can't created, but picked up. So paleberry, for instance, that was the stuff that I used to heal myself, and I found some mycelia in a small cave. I can show you that later. Does this need power or something? Oh, it just needs input for the actual item. So if we just go for... let's go for paleberry, because if it's useful for healing, I know where there is some. There's some right there. One paleberry. Let's put this in the analysis, and let's see what it gives us. It may take a little while to do, but we can just keep it running in the background. Yeah, so it's going to take how long? Is that 5 minutes or 5 hours? 5 minutes. Good. Because I'm recording this on the Monday that the alpha actually closes down. So I'm trying to get a few episodes out. So apologies if I don't reply to your comments in the next episode because they're all being recorded on the same day. The actual early access begins on March 19th, by the way, just in case you don't remember the last episode. So yeah, if you want to get this game, then that's when you can actually get it without having to sign up for the alpha. Or without having signed up for the alpha. Right, so now we've got the upgrade. Let's see what the next one is. Okay, so we're now out of tier 0 and we're now into tier 1. So we've got some options, different milestones. Okay, so we can create lookout towers. Ooh, lots of walls. Not going to worry about walls just yet. Conveyor splitters and mergers. That's definitely cool. Because then that allows us to get proper ratios. Because we can't merge the... I don't think we can side... connect the conveyors at all. I think we would actually need some kind of, splitter merger. Let's have a look. Personal storage box, 5 inventory slots. Yeah, not too concerned about that. Object scanner and beacon. And conveyor walls. Well, out of all of those, I want logistics. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, so it's going to need wire, it's going to need rod, and it's going to need plates. I think we've got plenty of plates, so let me just load that up. Yeah, there we go. And wire? Yeah, so we're going to need more wire. So why don't we set up a constructor for that instead of actually having to craft it ourselves? Because that's generally what I actually want to make. Just need reinforced iron plate, of course, and I just dumped the plate. Alright, let me get some more plates and let me put the constructor down. I should also note, by the way, the iron and the copper are on separate power networks. The hub has these two, basically, biomass burners. This one is being connected all the way that way. Remember, we have power limits on each of these. So if I go into here, you'll see the capacity is that line there, and it's below capacity. That's good. And this one is similarly below that line. If you put them both on one, you're in for a bit of a bad time. You run out of capacity. So we've got 1 machine, 2, 3 on this power network. And in fact, we probably don't even need that power pole. But yeah, let's actually get rid of it. And then just connect this to here. There we go. So that's a little bit cleaner. Although it's probably going... Hopefully it's not going through the... it's not going through... Oh, it is going through the model. Yeah, I may have to redo that. Put the power balls on this side instead in future. Anyway, yes. So there's 3 devices on that one. And there is one... 2, because it's leading to the... it's leading to the miner Mark 1 and to this. That's 3, is it? 1... Sorry. 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one's up there. But we're not actually, it's not actually working at the moment because we're not actually consuming this. So yeah, 4 on one of these biomass burners seems to be fine. So let's put down this, well, let's go and build this plate and we'll get the constructor down. Reinforced iron plate needs to be just get some screws. And 1, 2, I think it is. Constructor. 3. Okay, one more. There we go. And we should be able to align this. So if I just press Control, I'm going to back this up until it's just about there. Okay. I'll leave a little bit of space in between these two. I suspect we may need even more space for splitter mergers, but it's fine for now. Let's just tell it to make wire. Okay, and we can just load it up. Well, in fact, I can actually just make some manually. Let's just grab some out of here. And that's now running in the same way. Well, it will be running once I connect the power. In the same way that the iron one is. There we go. And we could put a storage box in as well. Oh, that's not good. Have I hit power? Power circuit notification. Text block. Nice. Okay. Have you hit capacity? You have hit capacity. Pull lever to reset fuse. And I'm sure I have more biomass than that. Yeah, maybe it's kill the biomass. In any case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it definitely can't do that. So we can't really power all of these at the moment. Do we have the ability to make more power? We do. Look, these are new. New power poles and power lines? Well, we already can make those. But biomass burner? Yeah, we can. And it's not terribly hard to make either. It just needs some wire. So let's just disconnect you. There we go. And let's reset the fuse. Can we just hit that? Now you have to go through the interface. Oh no, it's automatically restarted. Okay, but I do need more biomass. Which I'm out of. More leaves! More leaves! Okay, that's now fixed, and quite happily these seem to just scale on how much basically is used, so how much power is used. So you don't need to worry about them wasting too much, so I've just rearranged this so that this burner, now separate, powers these 2 devices, and we'll have room for a couple more if we need to, because I think the miner Mark 1s produce more than the smelters can actually consume. Let me just double check that again. Let's just double check here. How much are you actually producing? Yeah, it produces 60 per minute. Okay. And these, I think, can only take in 30 per minute. So we are ideally in place to scale them up to 2. Yes, so it can only take 30 per minute as far as its input is concerned. And then it outputs 30 per minute iron ingots. And this one on the input will, well, once it's not on standby mode, will take 30 per minute and then output 15 per minute. So everything is nicely balanced if you have 2 smelters potentially, and then 2 constructors on the far side of them for an ore input. So in here we can have one for wire and something else potentially for something else from copper. But you know, the main one is iron first of all, so we'll need a separate smelter. However, I have just got the upgrades for the next thing, so why don't we just look at that? And that's going to be essential without having to set up multiple miners, you know, 1 for each smelter. We can actually get 1 per 2 smelter if we have a splitter of some kind. So let's just have a look. Okay. I like that method of upgrading, I think. Launch pod? But why was the pod... is the pod going to deliver upgrades to us? Or... yeah, I'm not quite sure why the pod's there. to be honest. Given that the previous upgrades, well, they're just designs, really. Unless that's going to bring something back. Off it goes, off into the atmosphere. Let's see if it comes back with anything. Pod launch. Pod will return in 2 minutes 23. So, can we select another milestone? What's in tier 2? Ooh, part assembly. Assemblers. Crafts 2 parts into another part. Okay, if you have a recipe for that. Rotors. Nice. Modular frame. Obstacle clearing. Yes. Yes. We want this. Oh, I have to wait for the pod to return. Sad face. Okay, let's have a look and see what's inside. Have you now finished? Yes, the analysis paper is complete. Please choose a new specified in the list. Do we get anything for that? I don't think it gave me anything. But maybe that'll come into effect later. Let's just scan in the flower petals, because they're the next thing that I found originally. And we've got the mycelia after that point. So flower petals it is. 1 in there. Well, 10 it needs. What does it need for each of them? I can't really tell right now, because it's actually... Yeah, you can't actually change the menu once it's started. Fair enough. And you can go back in there. For now. I don't think I need anything else just yet other than that splitters. So it's going to be a couple of minutes for me to wait for my pod to come back. Otherwise, I think we're doing pretty well. I've moved the equipment bench. And next I'm going to probably rebuild the hub at some point. But again, I'm somewhat terrified of deconstructing this thing. And, well, look at how much stuff we get back. And, yeah, then it not going back together. Although I think most of the stuff is in that, that particular storage box. What I'm probably going to do is decentralize this. I'll move a storage box out near the equipment workbench here, and then there won't be any inventory stored in here, and then probably move the biomass burners out as well, because we now have the ability to build them separately rather than part of the hub. More importantly, can this produce more power? No, it won't produce power. It does have an efficiency, so maybe it needs to be running at full power for efficiency. Maybe there is some wastage that way. But only, that says input. That's not input, that's output. It should be over here. Capacity is 20 megawatts. Oh, in comes our pod. With upgrades. I want to be able to fly that thing. Okay. Obstacle clearing, waiting for it. Resources, okay, so that's fine. We just need to feed in lots of plate. And lots of wire and lots of iron rod. Now, if I have the ability to create splitter mergers now, I do, and they're very cheap. I need some rod and some cable. Let's just make a couple of things. Some rods. I'll just do the rest of the cable and then some plates. We can get them out of the machines, but I don't need to worry about it just yet. Alright, now can I split merge? Again, I want them down here. Oh, I combine them to hoverbar. Ah, maybe I'm being stupid. Okay, that's much better. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, so splitter and merger. We actually want a splitter first, so let's put that at number 5. Yes, great. Okay, so I'm going to put foundation blocks down there. Fine, I am being silly. Let's just delete this conveyor belt for a second. And then I sort of want splitter and merger right in front of this, ideally. Oh, that's large. And it's... yeah. Okay. Where's the input block? It splits 3 ways? That's cool. I'm not sure I actually want it to split 3 ways, but 2 ways will do just fine. That's... Why can you... Shouldn't that be a bounding box? I think that should be a bounding box issue. Let's just put it there. Okay. And let's feed this to you. And let's feed you to you. That's done. Now this hopefully is not going to spew items out at me. But then we can actually build the next item. So we can just go back to production. Go into smelter. And I need wire. Thankfully we have a machine that's making wire. Although it is probably blocked. Yeah, it's produced 500 wire. I would put it in a storage box, but that's a lot of wire. And yeah, it may produce more wire than I'm actually reasonably expecting to actually deal with. So here we go. I just want to line this up with the boxes on the previous thing. There we go. And now we'll feed you into you. And a couple of things. One is that I also fed that miner off that biomass burner for now. We'll need to remove that if we put in a second line for copper. So this means that this line is only powering 2 machines, meaning that I can just, whoops, connect you to you. And I think I just have to tell this what to make. Iron. And what do we need for a constructor? Iron plate, which is alright. We've got some here. I think I will box this up though. We do need a lot of iron plate, so it's worthwhile building. Constructor. Oh, are you larger than... That's just annoying. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's annoying. If these foundations block sizes are this size, I want to put the one foundation blocks next to each other. I mean, I could put one further over. That's just annoying. Wow. No, that's going to have to be fixed. Sorry. We're going to have to get rid of you and you. And let's just move this one further over then. Yeah, they should fit on a single foundation block. I'm sorry, that's just needed. There we go. And let's just feed this in here. Set you to iron. Build a constructor. Now you'll fit, presumably, at some point. Still need iron. Oh, reinforced iron plate. I wonder I can make it. Okay. That's okay. We just need concrete and iron, I think. Let's give that a go. Screws. Sorry, not concrete. Screws need rods. Plenty of rods. We need 3 plates. There we go. I think some programmer has thought about this, or some designer, I should say, has thought about this, and decided to annoy everyone. Still works, still fine, just still annoying. They should go right next to each other. Yep, that's exactly what should happen. Iron rod, there we go. You need some power. Oh, wrong one. Both of those now need power. Need to feed them off that one, don't we? Whoops, feed them off that one. One. Can't afford it. Oh, cable. Lots and lots of cable. And for obstacle clearing, we need a lot of wire anyway, so we'll feed most of the wire in. And then we just need rod, and the rod's going to be made by this. But again, we made a lot of it, so it's probably worth thinking about putting boxes on both of these two. No power. Why is there no power? I thought connected power. Did I not? Oh, yeah, it was just the cable I needed. Yep. I'm being silly. There we go. 4 out of 4. And you're now producing rod. However, we may be able to just grab some iron ingots from in here, because that built up before this splitter was a thing. Yep. Let's just get on top. Nicely done. Yeah, I quite like the splitters. I don't think there's any tiers of splitters, so we will have tiers of belt, and that's something coming up soon. But, well, relatively soon, I hope. Yeah, so I just need plates to feed in. That's plates done. More wire, which seems to produce wire at a rate of knots. Good. And now I need to basically get a lot of rod. 1 second. Alright, we've got enough of that, so we can then put both of those in. 1, 2. And off you go again. Launch the pod. Although why it needs to launch a pod for bringing back a chainsaw, I mean, I suppose. Okay. We'll have to wait for the pod to come back to select the next thing, of course, but let's see if this will now accept more. Yeah, so mycelia, beryl nut, or alien carapace next. Mycelia needs 5, I don't have 5. Alien carapace I do have, however. I wonder if that'll lead to weapons against the aliens. That would be nice. There we go. Let's grab you. There it goes. And let's put it back, or at least the few back that we have. Pod will return in 4 minutes 10 seconds, top right of the screen. So okay, I'm going to need to do something else for then. Is there anything else I need? I've got rod being made, I've got plate being made. I need containers for them, and for that I need some more foundations. Now this should probably have been generating a lot of concrete in the meantime. Yeah, lots of concrete. So let's just take 100 of you. And I'm not going to actually put the concrete on the bottom bar because I don't need to lay down foundations all the time. It's more of a, you know, an occasional thing. And I just want to make sure I've got boxes back here to put everything into. I suspect we're going to be needing a lot of foundation over time, but yeah, we'll see. We also need a fuel source, and I want to stop running around getting leaves all the time. Not that I mind that too much. I mean, you know, I suppose it's an easy fuel source, but I don't particularly want to do it long term. Let's get you in. It's sort of beneficial to have a really, really large flat area. As far as I know, you can just bridge between different places, but I don't have to want to do that if possible. Okay, so that should be enough for us to put boxes down. Boxes are the logistics, production, organization, of course. Fine, and we will just connect them somewhat like this, I think. You can have multiple things in one box, so we could put this further along and split. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Let's actually use. Let's give you a demonstration of the other thing that we can create, the merger. So that's, well, assuming this will actually work. Logistics, conveyor merger. So this will merge multiple things. We want to output a box, and for now, having it between here is seemingly good, given that these things are sort of blocking us from doing this any other way. Let's put it. Can we get it there? Will that actually fit to conveyors? It will. And then we'll put a box down on the other side of it. All right. There's not two sides of a belt unlike Factorio. There's only one, so we don't get them on. We don't get them on two sides of the same belt. Sort of a slight shame. However, will this constrain itself though? I wonder if one of these is down, will it just continue to feed in, or will it wait? You know, will it go from one side then to the other, then one side to the other? Because oh, what was the game called that had that kind of thing? I forget. People on the channel will probably know what I'm talking about. But there is a game that's very similar that has that kind of problem on some blocks, in that you can't always, you have to feed both sides of it, basically. But this seems just fine as it is. And yeah, we're getting both plate and rod in there. Of course, I may just, in the meantime, just snatch a little bit manually from the backlog, but that hopefully should, or hopefully these conveyors should keep up. Is there any information on how much conveyors can carry, I wonder? Transport of 60 resources per minute. Okay, that's fine. That's more than enough for these starter buildings anyway. Are you coming back soon? 25 seconds. Good. Is there anything we want to split merge on this side? No, it's almost like we'd probably want to split merge, maybe out wire one way to a storage box, and the other way back into, I don't know, a cable factory or something like that. That's probably the next thing to think about. But we'll do that next episode. And are you coming back to one? And are you upgraded? Or let me do things now. Tier 2. Walkways. Interesting. Snap to the foundations of the walkways made for humans to walk on. That would be nice if it was faster to walk on them. One thing I did notice, by the way, it's a very minor point, but there's no difference in the sound of walking. It sounds like dirt, and there's no metallic sound. Hopefully that gets introduced at some point. Just a minor thing, but sort of helps with immersion. So tier 2, yeah, is there anything? Object scanner berry? Interesting. I'm not sure I want walkways just yet, unless there's something to be that's pretty nice about them. Part assembly seems more important than anything else. That needs 1,000 wire, but that's not really much of a problem anymore. So let's select that one. And yeah, things like machines help me a lot more. Is there any? Oh, I wonder if it's in the crafting bench now that I selected that. Can we now make some kind of yeah, chainsaw? Okay, lots of screws needed. 10 reinforced iron plate for a chainsaw? I mean, I'm not sure if you've seen chainsaws, but you know, aside from the chainsaw bit itself, it's just usually yeah, it doesn't need reinforced iron plate, let's put it that way. Plastic maybe, but yeah, we'll see. So 10 of those, I'm going to need to make that. So let me just make this up and come back once it's done. Okay, one chainsaw coming up. Okay, chainsaw. And apparently you can put it in your hands. Interesting. Is that a retractable It is a retractable chainsaw? Okay, can I get rid of you? Left click? No. Oh, it needs biofuel. It needs... yeah, it's not electric. But nice if it was electric. Okay, so I guess I'm going to need the other thing then. Can I change milestone? Can I select a different milestone just to get the biofuel running? Yeah, biofuel is in utility, so let's select that one. And this should be not that hard to actually do, because we're getting a lot of the materials already. So let's just see if we've already got enough materials to trigger this. We've got enough wire. Let's just see what's in our box. And if those walkways allow me to run faster, I'll actually build them. I'll try it once we actually get to it. I'll probably do that particular research off camera between the episodes, because if I can run faster, I want to find out. And there we go. We're going to need about 70 more rod. There or thereabouts. We have all of that, all of this, and I just need to make more rod. Okay, and now I have all of the things I need. There we go. And off we go. Alright, so utility's done. And the biofuel blueprint will ensure improved fuel consumption of biomass burners. Good. Can we already craft it in here? Or does it have to wait for the pod to come back? No, we don't have to wait for the pod to come back. Maybe I'm just misremembering. Okay, that's fine. So we can now craft that. And that does mean, hopefully, that I can now grab my chainsaw. Chainsaw! Can we get rid of you? Yes, we can. And more importantly, that gets us wood and leaves, so we can feed that back into biofuel. It doesn't appear I can get rid of rock. That's a shame. But yeah, in the meantime, let's just try let's try that tree. That's that needs to be gotten rid of. Yeah, good. All right. So I wonder if I can just get rid of that. Hopefully that's not consuming power in my backpack. I didn't see any on-off button. Is there an on-off button? No, it doesn't appear to be. Hopefully it's not wasteful, but that seems to be particularly fine. Alright, so that's bringing us up to the end of the episode, I think. And we can get more biomass, and then I can just feed that through and get 34 biofuel. And what I'm going to do, if that's more efficient, is just replace anything that's left in here, hopefully. And not much left, but let's feed you in. And grab you. And indeed, the stuff from here, it should also be fairly low by now. Oh, that's already out. That's fine. So we can put this back through and get biofuel. I really would prefer coal, though, or some kind of fossil fuel. Yes, it's polluting, but yes, it's also economically necessary. Alright, so that's 2 back and going again. And we'll see next episode, I think, for some continuation of this. And between the episodes, I'm going to clear a bit more space, create some more. I want a gun. I want to shoot that. Or hopefully harvest resources from that. Anyway, I'm going to make some more foundation going on. What I made will do is put a storage container for that, for this output, and maybe move the hub or something along those kind of lines, or try and move the hub. And yeah, we'll see about that next episode. We'll probably create a separate power area, just so that it's not dependent upon this first. And also empty out the storage box by putting in... Oh, there's a pod. Empty out the storage box by putting another pod around somewhere, store another box around somewhere, and then transferring all the inventory. So we won't have any need for the hub other than the research stuff, which we can obviously rebuild, and the teching up. So again, hopefully that won't have problems when I rebuild it. Anyway, we'll see you next episode for some more, I was going to say more Project 003, more Satisfactory. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Give it a thumbs up if you have. Feel free to click on the bell if you want more notifications, and subscribe if you want to, of course. More importantly than all of that, leave comments for everyone else who may have been playing this during the weekend. And we'll probably resume on the 19th of March. However, I'm recording multiple episodes, so you may well see more in the interim between those 2 dates. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.